Live from the Keniak Park Ice Arena, we welcome you to this special presentation of the Catholic High School Hockey League Division Championship on LI Sports Network. It's an ultimate clash between two of the best teams as the Chaminade Flyers take on the Iona Preparatory Gales. Michael Andrew here, ready to bring you the action. The trophy sits in the penalty box across from the two teams' benches as one team has made their way out on the ice for warm-ups, and it's the team who may have the advantage for playing in their home arena here tonight. The Chaminade Flyers, led by head coach Ed Smith, looking to cap off another memorable season with a Catholic High School Hockey League title. And here comes the Iona Preparatory Gales, donning their maroon and gold colors as they make their entrance onto the playing surface in front of a large crowd who made the long trip out here on Long Island all the way from Iona. A lot of writing on the wall as one team will go home with the sacred St. Patrick's Division AA Championship trophy when the final buzzer sounds in the third period. It's worth noting, Iona's fans actually traveled on a bus provided by the school for people that wanted to make the long journey out here in Nassau County to watch this team try to win a championship in enemy territory. While the Chaminade Flyers students and family members only had to drive just a few miles up here in Hicksville, as the arena is located very close to where these players go to school. 2 minutes of warm-ups left to go, and we're going to step aside before we get back to bringing you the face-off draw. Or I'll step aside for now. See you soon, ladies and gentlemen. How fitting that this song plays throughout the loudspeakers in this hallowed facility before these two schools go into battle for the first 15 minutes of play. But first, a sign of silence and acknowledgement of the American flag with the playing of our national anthem. Head coaches Ed Smith and Peter Vassapoli gathered the troops around the bench to instill one last motivational speech into their players' minds. The championship game is about to start in just a matter of moments. Both of these schools were met with challenges before they got to this point. Iona Preparatory bested Fordham Prep during the week, while the Chaminade Flyers took down their longtime rivals, the St. Anthony's Friars. And here we are, the two schools who will play for the championship. Iona, Chaminade, it's on. Iona Preparatory making their way in the zone immediately, and their chances. Denied rebound, score! Just like that! The Gales are on the board! Paul Talbot, the alternate captain, one of the leaders of this Gales squad, has drew first blood here in the first period. Here's another replay of the goal. The first shot stopped, and he did not give up one bit. Persistence pays off for Talbot. It's 1-0 Iona Prep. Chaminade looking to counteract. Here's the captain trying to send this one ahead, and it was picked off by the Flyers. Chaminade trying to set something up here. Offside signaled, and Chaminade has to pull back. But they got back in the zone rather quickly, and this one is sent out and has to be recollected by the captain, Dominic Idavai. Idavai tried to send this one out of the zone. Iona Prep almost getting another chance in the Flyers' territory as Chaminade moves back in the other way. And this one is stopped in the glove of the Gales' starting netminder for tonight, Dean Sacamano. While Chaminade's starter is no other than Patrick Conway, who enters this contest coming off a big win against the Friars on Wednesday night in this same building. Wayrich trying to chip this one out of the zone. Chaminade having trouble moving out of their own territory. We had a small collision right there along the wall, and this will stop play. And the face-off draw will move to a different location. One of the goal scorers in that contest against St. Anthony's was Mavrakis. Will be on the ice momentarily, but right now it's the line of James Hedquist, Lucas Lee, and Federico trying to create havoc down low for the Flyers as they attempt to tie this game up after Iona struck rather quickly, almost instantaneously, one could say. So this one is popped down low. Hedquist, who picked up 2 power play goals in that emotional affair against St. Anthony's back on Wednesday, is looking to add another one to his scoring resume here in the playoffs. Icing signaled here, and it will be touched up for just that. Brian Weisler, who performed incredibly in that contest against St. Anthony's, makes his first appearance on the ice for Chaminade. Look out there. And then the favors returns, which draws a strong reaction from the Iona crowd as the two teams start to get very physical here in the early going. Colin Umhofer on the draw for Chaminade as this one is tossed into the Gales bench. Chaminade moving back in the zone. This chance slips wide of the cage. Flyers trying to pick it up in the corner, which they do. Centering chance going to be executed, and the other try right there just missed for Umhofer. Let out of the zone, and Chaminade will regather it. This one is tossed across. Guglielmo, PAL Junior Islanders product, first team All-Star, playing in his position for the Flyers, as he always does on the defense. Another chance right there that gets negated in front, and Chaminade pushes the other way. Brian Weisler trying to navigate around the defense. Patrick Mavrakis on the ice, closing in front. Big stop made right there to deny the Flyers of their first of many scoring chances in this period. Weisler scores! The Flyers tie it up! Brian Weisler. You just had a feeling he was going to deliver in a game like this, and boy did he ever. Weisler punches home the equalizer, and it's tied up at 1. Iona trying to muscle their way back into the zone. One player is able to flex their muscle along the wall by throwing the body, and here comes the Flyers. Back in familiar territory. Connor Squarey couldn't get a clean shot off right there. Edquist trying to pinch in there and grab it from Iona Prep. Iona Prep attempting to steal it back, which they do. Gales closing in, but they couldn't get a clean setup on goal against Conway. Here comes Federico. Federico charging down the wing. Centers in front, and it couldn't be jammed home right there that time. Popped around in front. Federico moves into a different location as he tries to corral it on his stick. Now he has an opportunity, and that one got blocked in front of one of the Gales defensemen. Clearing attempts negated right there at the top. Chaminade closing in as they try to ram home the tie-breaking goal. Lacrosse maneuver looks like was going to be set up right there, and it caught everyone off guard. Gales closing in. Kick save made by Conway on that opportunity. Lucas Lee trying to push out of the zone. Now Brian Weisler has to pick it up for Chaminade. Look at Weisler go. Stick handling through the defense. Weisler forced wide, but remains put in the zone until he relinquished it to the Gales. Weisler trying to stay with it as now it's handled on the stick of Connor Constable, one of the goal scorers, the man that scored the first of 5 for the Flyers against St. Anthony's on Wednesday, which was assisted by that man who scored the first today for Chaminade, Brian Weisler. Weisler in front, and it couldn't be jammed home by Constable, who was right on cue, almost putting one home, and we get a stoppage of play for offsides. Captain for the Gales on the defense, Jack Robinson. As he, not only wants to make an impact in this contest, but he also, most importantly, wants to leave this game with that St. Patrick's Cup that sits right in the penalty box, watching these two teams battle it out. Guglielmo in the zone. Guglielmo back in front, and it couldn't be put home right there. White man in the trailer coming in, score! A roof job by Quinn Murray has broken the tie here in the early moments of the first. And it's still early indeed. 8 minutes to go in the opening frame. Hedquist throws the body, and this allows Chaminade to push back in. No penalty called, or no, it will be a penalty. As Chaminade tried to hack away at another opportunity in front, and we get our first penalty of the day, and it's going against the visitors, Iona Preparatory. Peter Fernandez will sit for 2 minutes. Chaminade found success on the man advantage plenty of times against the Friars on Wednesday, backed by that man who may just do it again, as he has the propensity to be a power play catalyst for his team, James Hedquist. Pitching in there to try to help out was Ryan Wendolfi. Wendolfi has a chance, and it's gloved right there. Stopped, rebound. Karaming bouncing around in front. Chaminade able to pick it up again. Iona can't get a clear out of it. And it's stopped in a glove once more by Sacramento. Chaminade attempting to capitalize here on the first man advantage as they work the puck around the zone. That chance was fanned on, but it remains in the zone in front, and it's denied right there by Sacramento again. Another look at the replay of Sacramento stopping Chaminade on the latest scoring opportunity. Losing an edge right there, trying to make the play, was Urcioli, as Chaminade tries to remain put in the zone, but now it's Iona pushing the other way, as it looked like there was going to be a major breakdown on the defense for the Flyers. And unfortunately, the player that lost the stick prevented, oddly enough, the Gales player from getting closer to the goal. Chaminade, with 30+ seconds remaining on the power play. Couldn't get that one to go in the back of the net as Iona gets another clear. Mavrakis seeing what's up ahead as he pushes to the other side. Mavrakis cutting through the middle. Mavrakis with a chance, and this one skitters wide of the cage. And it results in another clear for the Gales as they successfully kill off the first penalty of the contest. Chaminade goes 0 for 1 on the power play here today. 5.5 remaining in the first. 2-1 the score. Chaminade on top as they look to add more to the board here, while the Iona Preparatory Gales attempt to tie things up. And we get our first big collision of the contest right in the neutral zone. Iona trying to stay with it as Chaminade attempts to push the other way as this one's flipped back in. Another heavy check was thrown again by number 6 of the Gales, Dmitry Herbovsky. There is Herbovsky, sending this one off the pad of Conway. Regathering it is Lee. Trying to push forward here as this one is sent into the corner. On the hunt, Justin Wasserman, another PAL Junior Islanders product, and a heavy battle behind the goal. As Constable sends it up in front, but it couldn't be put home on that try. Iona finding their way back in the zone. On the hunt, Kevin Allen plays the body against the boards, and Chaminade picks it up again. Constable attempting to evade Carnage in the zone As here is Umhofer in front. Constable couldn't get a clean handle of it. Chaminade remains in the zone. Nifty puck movements right there. But it results in Iona getting a hold of the possession as they push the other way. Iona with a chance, stopped that time by Conway. And Iona will reset in their own zone. Chaminade. Guglielmo tried to toss it ahead to Weisler, and it was picked off again. And going off sides after trying to maneuver rather graciously in the zone was Mario Paganini. Mario Paganini. One is tossed back in the neutral zone. It skipped off a skate, and this allows Iona to get a hold of the possession as that one took a bounce off a Chaminade player. And here comes Iona getting to the goal. Patrick Conway able to keep that one out of the net. This one is tossed all the way from the neutral zone, and it had to be played rather carefully by Conway once again. Another chance from deep, and that one just misses the high rising glove hand of Conway. Iona back in front, score! Tied game! Back and forth we go. It's the other captain who we just mentioned before, almost getting in the zone with a highlight reel maneuver. Mario Paganini has made it 2-2. Chaminade looking to counteract as Iona gets back closer to the goal, and they couldn't execute perfectly on that try. Chaminade pushing back the other way, and they couldn't dance their way closer to the net in that little attempt. Back to grab it. Christopher Guglielmo. There's Lucas Lee. James Hedquist maneuvering in the neutral zone, waiting for the feed, and he's got it. Hedquist, stick handling. Hedquist with a chance, and that one was chipped wide. Iona tried to pop it out of the zone, and the heavy collision again is made right there between the two players along the wall. Bouncing around and picking this one back up, Iona Prep, who toss it rather with caution, and it goes for icing. Umhofer on the draw against the alternate captain for the Gales as this one is fired wide. There we see Paul Talbot on the ice, the man that kicked off this contest in a major way, scoring within seconds after the puck dropped for the Iona Gales. We get a whistle here to stop play. $1:25 to go here in the first. This one is tossed on goal and almost got mishandled right there by Conway. And Chaminade escapes the other way, and it goes out of play off the stick of Umhofer. Close call right there for Patrick Conway, who played that rather lackadaisically, almost letting that one get in the back of the net. Tie up on the draw, and this one misfired off the stick of Connor Squarey. Another chance in front, that one couldn't be put home. Mavrakis turnaround try, and that one got the outside of the net. Mavrakis, another chance, right into the body of Sacramento. 51 seconds remaining in the opening period. This one is chipped back in the Flyer zone, and it's touched up for icing. Or no, it's interference. Just by the way the referee was gesticulating the call, it's Michael Calabrese heading to the box for the infraction. And this will give the Gales a chance to execute on the man advantage for their first time today, after killing off the first penalty that power play that either of these teams have been awarded with, which was Chaminade, who got first licks at the man advantage, and they were unsuccessful. But they get a first successful clear right off the draw to kick off this power play for the Gales. Robinson tosses this one back into the corner boards, and Chaminade returns the favor back to the Gales by getting another clear out of it. Federico kept alive by the Gales on the clearing attempt by Chaminade in front. That one skipped wide of the cage as Patrick Conway exploded from his right to left to try to make the stop. And we head to the second period with a minute 16 of power play time carrying over for the Gales. 2-2 to score. And you're in for a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about that. And both of these teams will strategize for the brief intermission. Making his way back out onto the bench after heading to the locker room for what we can assume for a possible either equipment adjustment or something. And it was Dylan Sullivan for the Iona Gales, who is on the bench, as we see from our close viewpoints behind both of these teams' benches. Second period underway with 1:10 left to go on the Iona power play. Chaminade able to cancel that rush right there for the Gales as they look to execute with 50 seconds to go on the man advantage. Whoa, look out! And there's Mario Pagnini, who almost got helicoptered in the air, positioned in the neutral zone, waiting for the feed to come to him, as the Gales have half a minute to go to execute on the man advantage. Chaminade getting close to the goal. This one is fired off the glass, but it remains in the zone by the Gales. Chaminade trying to track it down from Chaminade as the Flyers try to whip this one out of harm's way, and it does get out of the zone. And this should do it for the power play by Iona Prep. Chaminade successful on the penalty kill as Patrick Mavrakis makes his way down low, trying to set something up for his squad. Tossed across, but it couldn't be advanced out of the zone, and the latest scoring opportunity is stopped by Sacramento against the Flyers. Weisler in the slot, denied right there as he couldn't outweight Sacramento for a second goal in this contest for himself as Iona resets from the back end. Tossed ahead, but it couldn't reach the stick of Aiden Fitzsimmons. And Chaminade tries to escape the other way without any damage done to them. Look at Brian Weisler as Chaminade continues to make their presence felt inside the Gales zone. Weisler heads to the bench for a new reinforcement. Iona got an ad one on net, and Patrick Conway elects not to play it. He'll get a face-off draw out of this. Back at the point, Iona blocked right there. And the race is on as two Chaminade Flyers are coming in hot to try to get it from the Gales. Federico took his opponent down with a reverse check, as this is kept alive at the point by the captain, Idavai. And down low to try to track it down is Landolfi. Chipped out of the zone by the Gales. Idavai plays it off the boards to Federico. Federico with a chance, and this one just missed the glove hands of Sacramento. Federico trying to hunt it down again. Now moving into a different location is Landolfi, as this one is played out of the zone and it goes for icing. Intensity showing on the Iona bench from head coach Peter Vesapoli as his Gales try to break the tie here in the second. Chaminade back in the zone. Constable, Weisler, Constable in front. Couldn't touch it home as he was driving towards the net. Weisler pins his man against the boards. Turnaround try wouldn't go that time for Umhofer. Constable. Now it's played in the neutral zone by Umhofer as he tried to push back towards the Iona zone. Now the Flyers get back into familiar territory. But it's turned over again. Looked like it was going to be a turnover, but the Gales lost sight of it as this one is popped out of the zone and may lead to a chance for Iona Prep. But not able to track that one down cleanly was number 9, Kevin Allen. Up until now, Iona trying to break free to the net. Tossed in front, but no one was home to get it in the back of the net that time. Iona tosses it back in the corner. Recollecting it from the back end, Ryan Urcioli. Urcioli tosses it forward, and this misses the reaching stick of Mavrakis and goes for icing. Just by the way he celebrated when he scored against St. Anthony's, you can imagine how he's going to react if he puts one in the back of the net here today against Iona Prep. With that trophy sitting there watching these two teams fight it out the rest of the way. One could say that celebration, if he does score, will be legendary and remembered for many years to come. Iona getting close in front and trying to drag that puck past his opponent was Connor Tracy. Lucas Lee able to create some separation as he tries to push this one out of the zone. Iona keeps it alive with a toss on net, and Conway has to cover it up. Second team All-Star Chris Guglielmo back out on the ice for the Flyers. And there he is with the puck, tossing it across as the Flyers send this one for icing. Almost tripped over my words right there and accidentally said the Flames, but can you blame me with the emblem very identical to NHL's Calgary Flames? No, ladies and gentlemen, that's not the Flames, that is the Chaminade Flyers. Interesting, I know. Lee picks this one up in the back end, and he'll try to escape out of the zone. Lee gives it right to the Gales. He'll try to skip this one back in the zone, and it won't be touched up for icing this time, just by the way the linesman waved it off. And here's Lee to try to regather in the corner. He's got heavy pressure coming from behind, courtesy of that man, Paganini, one of the goal scorers for the Gales today. Touched the cross, and this one will be carried in further by Landolfi. Landolfi, fadeaway try, and that one was blocked off the body in front. Iona trying to get it from that man, James Hedquist. Here comes Hedquist, trying to meander his way past the defense, and he's got to try to set something up across to his man, which he does. Weisler, curl and drag attempt nearly succeeds for him as Iona makes their way back in the zone. Paganini with the curl and drag attempt through two defensemen. Didn't work. Here's Colin Umhofer, almost getting his chance at a breakaway. Umhofer again, shouldered into the glass right there as Weisler comes in to help him out. Centering chance, Constable, denied, rebound, and it couldn't be put home that time, as somehow, some way, Dean Sacamano kept it out. Under 8 to play here in the second. Save, the rebound couldn't be contained by Squarey. As regathering it from behind is Urcioli. Urcioli taking aim at the Gales, coming in with speed. Urcioli trying to angle his way to the goal, and he was tripped up. And this will result in a penalty again to the Gales, their second infraction of the contest, as they are met with the chants you hear from the Chaminade stands. Head into the box for the second consecutive time for the Gales is Peter Fernandez. Obviously frustrated by the outcome of that sequence. Here's Chaminade's power play unit trying to execute here in the second period. Calabrese, first team all-star for the Flyers, directing traffic as he takes this one back in the zone. Calabrese going on a journey behind the goal as the Flyers try to work something from the top. Constable, Hedquist chipped one on net that was blockered away by Sacramento. Turnover here, and it will result in Iona flipping this one into the deep end for a clear. Calabrese picking it up from that location and carrying this one back into familiar territory. Rather with some finesse is Constable. Constable looking for a man open. Constable tried to chip it across to no avail as it got bounced off a leg in front, defending the Iona zone. Calabrese shifting over before sending that one wildly across as it missed Constable's stick, as this one is airmailed back in the neutral zone, but it couldn't be received and played well on the stick of the captain, Paganini, as Calabrese sends this one back to the top. Weisler skips that one just wide. Here's Connor Squarey down low. He couldn't chip it in front, and this results in another clear for the Gales. They are only 25 seconds away from successfully killing off the latest power play to the Flyers. Squarey couldn't drop that one to his intended target, and it leads to an odd man chance for the Gales. And that misfires for the alternate captain, Talbot, as he aims for his second goal of the contest. High sticking signaled here, and play will not be blown dead as that was touched up by Iona. We skate five aside again, but the bodies and the banging away keeps on happening between these two teams. Tied up at 2. Squarey sending that one just wide. Rebound couldn't be contained in front as it's bouncing around and close to the goal as Chaminade tries to keep it in the zone, but it's knocked out of play, and we'll have another draw. One is played on the stick of Chaminade as they try to execute again inside the zone, but this one is knocked down. And it won't be touched up for icing, however, as it didn't reach the end boards for the Flyers. Iona making their presence felt down low, and Chaminade is able to push this out of the zone, and Iona will attempt to reset cleanly, and it's touched in deep by the Gales. Hunting this one down, number 22, Michael Veskia, Vesekia. Chaminade couldn't get that one to go as Hedquist has to race down and grab it. Down low, centering chance. Going to be dealt in front to Wendolfi as Hedquist comes up with the steal. Hedquist fanned on the attempt as he was guarded by 2 Gales, and this one goes into the stands, which will lead to another face-off draw. And speaking of the crowd, how about this number of people that are here in attendance? A mighty showing as Both of these teams have a large support system in this facility here tonight. 3.5 to go. Here in the second, Weisler. Try the center in front to no avail as Colin Umhofer dishes it back onto the stick of Weisler. Weisler swings it in front, and this one just carrying wide of the net. Weisler just missed the body check. Position in front, and he couldn't get a clean handle on that one as it was stopped again by the goaltender, which, well, you know the name. I think, well, everyone knows the name who came here in the stands for Iona Prep, Dean Sacamano. As the Dean chants continue to be heard throughout this arena. The captain for the Gales fails to clear it out right there as Chaminade almost executes once again. Iona. Try to push the other way here with under 3 minutes to go. Offside's called this time. Head coaches Peter Vesapoli and Ed Smith continue to roll the lines, as neither of these teams have yet to one-up each other since the crazy events that happened in the first period, with both of these teams trading goals minute by minute. Squarey touches that one off sides. Hard hit thrown right there by Ursioli against Kelly. In front, and the Gales almost strike right there. Kevin Allen coming oh so close at putting his team back in front. Calabrese swings this one down low, and it takes an adventure into the other corner. Coming in with a head full of steam, almost pickpocketing the Gales, was Quinn Murray. Murray, centering chance, save, rebounds! And it stays out of the net again. Another try, denied that time by Sacamano, and it results in a clear for the Gales. And the race is on between the two players, but icing is called as neither one of them could win that dash to the corner. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the second. Federico, and it's covered up again by Sacamano. Back at the point, and that one couldn't be put home that time for the Flyers. So that was Wayrich who sent the shot from the top. Wayrich trying to recollect it rather cleanly as this one is pushed back in the Gale zone. 2-on-1 chance. Flyers misfiring right there. Iona tries to move out of harm's way. Federico couldn't set up a rebound play as we reach the final minute of play for the second. Three-on-one chance, Iona prep. Denied that time by Patrick Conway. Another draw inside the Flyers zone with 41 seconds to go. And it's covered up quickly by Conway. Half a minute to go. Weisler trying to receive it. We get a whistle to stop play. And offsides was the reason for that. Weisler almost breaking to the nets. Came close, very close to executing that time as he just lost a handle of the puck after squeezing his way through the defenseman. Weisler tied up right there. Another chance, and it just misfired for Weisler. Stashed down low. Weisler tried to touch it in front, and it skittered back towards the goal, but it stays out of the net, and here come the Gales looking to execute in the dying seconds of the second. And that one was waffle boarded away. Rebound! And we head to the third, tied up at 2. And we'll take a break with the Zamboni ice cuts as we gear up for what should be an exhilarating third period. And we'll see if that will be met with more. We'll be back very soon right here on LI Sports Network. The energy rather enticing as both of these teams have made their way back out onto the ice for a brief warm-up and on-ice workouts as they gear up for these final 15 minutes of play. The Iona Gales made their way onto the bench from the locker room and were met with mixed reactions as the Chaminade Flyers greeted them with boos, while their neighbors, friends, families who hopped on that bus that was provided by the schools and the athletic director roared in applause and cheers. And the same was done once the Chaminade Flyers made their entrance from the locker room and onto the bench. And here they are, gathering around their respective benches one last time for these final but possible 15 minutes of play. Will we see a winner be crowned at the end of this period, or will there be more in store as we are underway here in the third period? Tied up at 2. Quinn Murray. And on the other side in the corner trying to make something happen down low, Patrick Mavrakis. But he loses it to the Gales, who look to forge ahead. Calabrese tosses this one back into the neutral zone. It bounces around between both teams. Turnover. Here's a chance for the Gales. Save made by Patrick Conway as he holds up. And the Patty chants erupt from the stands closest to the Chaminade Flyers bench. That chance redirected off the glass as Iona comes close to executing in the early moments of the third, just like they did to kick off this contest back in the first. Tyson waved off here as Urcioli recollects it for the Flyers. Weisler races in there and grabs it as the icing signal was waved off by the linesman. Constable taken down as he tries to control it on his forehand. Got it in front. That one was stopped after the chance for Wasserman. When it go rebound, Karaming in front of the net, and it couldn't be put home. The high sticking violation gets waved off as Flyers remain put inside the Gales' territory. Iona gets the possession and fires this one back in the zone, with the Flyers attempting to reset rather cleanly as the Gales try to take it back from them. Idavai, captain for the Flyers, got it back onto the stick of that man, Weisler. Weisler in the zone, stopped that time by Sacramento. Iona can't push it out, and they get it back until Hedquist got a hold of it, but that shot couldn't be executed by number 22 of the Flyers. Iona trying to muscle the other way as here comes Lucas Lee back in the zone for the Flyers. Save, rebound, kick save made by Sacramento to deny that chance. Another try by Hedquist, and it wouldn't go as that one was steered away by Sacramento. Iona going the other way. Trying to get on a breakaway here is Paganini, one of the goal scorers in tonight's contest. Iona prep. Able to get back in the zone as they try to get closer and closer to the goal. Skip it in front, and it stays out. Looked like that was going to trickle over the line, and instead it caromed just wide. Constable denied the other way by Sacramento. Abrakis positioned in the face-off draw against number 12 of the Gales, Daniel Puglisi. Chaminade tosses this one back into the corner. Icing waved off as Iona regathers it. Sent down to Chaminade's zone for icing. As Iona couldn't reset cleanly. Face-off draw again inside the Gales zone. Connor Squarey trying to set something up. Squarey squares up, scores! Flyers reclaim the lead. Three to two. Chaminade back out in front on the goal by Connor Squarey. Umhofer touches this one back in the corner. Weisler on the hunt. Weisler stashes in front. Heavy collision right in front of Sacramento as Chaminade tries to keep it in the zone, but they were forced out right there, but not fully out of the area they want to be in. Eye-to-eye. Now Weisler tries to knife it ahead, and that one nearly got taken away from him. And here's Weisler sidestepping, or attempted to sidestep cleanly. Centering chance, kick save made by Sacramento. Rebound in the trailer, sliding save made by Sacramento on the attempt from the point by Guglielmo. The taunts from the Chaminade crowd to the Gales fan base arises. And we get a redo on the face-off draw. Federico on the dot, tried to get it across cleanly to his man in sight, Landolfi. Landolfi in the picture. Delays, Landolfi. Centering chance, wouldn't go. The net came off its moorings. Abrakis, Murray's chance denied. Murray trying to pick it up again. Centering try wouldn't go right there for the Flyers that time. That one was pushed wide of the net. Almost took a weird bounce back in front as Chaminade pushes back the other way. But it goes for icing. While we build our graphics back up after a brief malfunction during intermission, we'd like to remind you the score is 3-2 Chaminade, as they are 9.5 minutes away from capturing that St. Patrick's Cup that sits alone in the penalty box and is awaiting for someone to hoist. And this thing is all said and done. That try got blocked, but the Gales remain put in the zone. Another chance denied. Rebound, another big block is made. That time by Connor Squarey, the latest goal scorer. Squarey back in front. That one was denied off the pad of Sacramento. Guglielmo dishes it down low as the Gales try to take it back from the Flyers. Connor Squarey takes aim at his man against the wall. Iona with it now as they try to reset cleanly this time around. And it'll go for icing. Iona breaking out of the zone and back in the Flyers' territory. That chance wouldn't go right there for Iona Prep. Kept alive in the zone by the Gales, but Chaminade has control of it as this one is wheeled down the zone and further carried in by Weisler. Weisler steers away from the pressure, sends it across, and it couldn't be jammed home right there. A good setup, almost made successfully by Weisler. This one is tossed on goal and played carefully off the pad of Sacramento as Constable takes his man to task in the corner boards. Iona trying to escape out of harm's way, and we get stoppage of play. That came off its moorings once again, and that will have to be readjusted by the officials before we drop the puck again inside the Gales zone. Lucas Lee, Chris Guglielmo at the points for the Flyers. Wraparound try wouldn't go right there. That time for Chaminade's James Hedquist. Flyers working in the zone. Lee at the top. Save made. Rebound loose! Oh my goodness! A beautiful glove save made there by Team Sacramento. Another chance redirected wide of the net off a deflection in front. Federico trying to grab it down low. And we'll see if the Gales can feed off of that big glove save by Sacramento and tie this thing up. Offsides is called that time though. The score, 7:10 to go here in the third period. And we'll continue to keep you updated minute by minute as we await the scoreboard to return on the broadcast. This one trickles wide of the cage as Chaminade escapes out of the zone and pushed back into familiar territory. Connor Squarey trying to drive in hard as he was forced wide and into the boards. Flyers remaining put down low. Squarey under heavy pressure courtesy of one of the Gales players. Another chance on the one-time try was denied by Sacramento, and this will result in an icing with 6:28 to go here in regulation. Chaminade trying to bounce it back in as the Gales attempt to work their way back in the Flyers zone. There's a chance here for the captain, but he couldn't get a hold of that one cleanly. And this will not help the Gales' cause at all. Roughing to Kevin Allen as he got his arm a little up too high against the Flyers player he finished the check on in the neutral zone. So with 6:06 to go, the Chaminade Flyers will reactivate the power play units as they'll attempt to add a backbreaker against the Gales here in the late moments of the third period. 6 minutes exactly left in the contest. 3-2 to score. Chaminade out in front. Hedquist. Constable. There's Mike Calabrese. Just misfiring that time. Gales almost executing the other way. Heavy check thrown that time by the captain for Iona Prep on Hedquist. Here is James Hedquist. Hedquist back to Calabrese. Calabrese almost lost a handle of it as the Gales try to cancel this opportunity out for the Flyers. Back down low and sliding across safely to make the stop was Sacramento. .5:18 to go here in the third. 1:13 left on the man advantage, the latest one for Chaminade. Remaining put in the box, Kevin Allen, as he'll pray, no pun intended, for his team to kill off the remaining 1 minute and 10 seconds to this latest power play opportunity that the Flyers have had the fortune of getting here in the third period. Final 5 minutes of play. And there's 52 seconds remaining on the latest power play opportunity for Chaminade. As the captain for the Gales tries to attack the other way, but it's handled on the stick of the Flyers. There's Squarey on the drop back pass, driving in. And he fell to his knees as this one goes out of play. 4:36 remaining in the third period. 31 seconds exactly remaining on the Kevin Allen penalty as the Gales are stopped by the head officials. They are not eligible for a line change just yet as the face-off draw took place in the Gales zone, and there's another save made that time by Sacramento. 4:28 to go, 23 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Chaminade. Quinn Murray on the face-off draw against Puglisi as Guglielmo takes it onto the stick, or tried to get it onto the stick of his intended target Squarey, as this goes further than the clear for the Gales. 10 seconds remaining on the Chaminade power play as we approach the final 4 minutes of play here in the third. Out of the box and heading off to the bench goes Kevin Allen. On the ice comes number 28, Connor Tracy. 3:50 to go. Another chance, another denial right there by Sacramento. Iona back in the zone, and it's caught carefully in the glove hand by Conway. 3:40 remaining here in the third period as the Flyers try to preserve this lead for the remaining minutes on the clock. Iona tossing this one back in the corner on the hunt for the Gales. Dmitry Herbovsky. There's the captain, Robinson, trying to dish it ahead. But it's the Flyers who control it in the neutral zone. Gales trying to come up with the loose bouncing puck, but the Flyers get to it first. Now the Gales come in with a heavy full of steam, but they couldn't make their way into the zone. As Iona pushes back into familiar territory, 3 minutes to go. Flyers having trouble advancing. Here's a chance the other way. Iona Gales coming in! Look out there! Mario Paganini got leveled to the ice by the Flyers as he tried to evade pressure and get his team back in the right direction. This is tossed back in the zone by Calabrese, and Iona will attempt to reset cleanly with 2:25 to go here in the third. Here's Hedquist. Couldn't get to it cleanly. But Flyers remain put down low. Federico observing. Federico sends it back to the point. Chance from the top, and that one was blocked right there by the Gales, and it pushes the Flyers out of the zone. No icing called here, to the chagrin of Sacramento, who had his hand up thinking that there was going to be an icing call signaled, and now we get a stoppage of play. One last rallying cry by both of these schools as we've reached the witching hour of time here in the third period. With under 2 minutes left to go, 1:50 exactly, and the timeout has been called by head coach Peter Vasapoli and Iona Preparatory. Just a matter of moments, we'll see the same scene that what we saw yesterday upstate in New York. A team with gloves, sticks, and all equipment all over the ice. And a feeling of euphoria and ecstasy, celebrating as champions. And there is the Holy Grail that will be rewarded to one of these two teams. And right now the advantage is to the team in white, the Chaminade Flyers. And we'll be awaiting for Peter Vasapoli to, what shouldn't be a surprise with 1:50 to go, to bring home Dean Sacramento to the bench for the extra attacker. Quinn Murray throws the body. This one is pushed wide. A minute and a half about to go here in the third. This one is tossed across, but it couldn't be dealt well for the Gales. Connor Squarey, the man who has the biggest goal of the season, remains on the ice to try to prevent the Gales from tying things up. Nice move right there by Paganini. And he lost the handle of it, and then he lost an edge as he tried to make his way into the zone. It's heading towards the empty net and in! The empty net has been scored by the Flyers as they go up by 2. And they're looking for more as Sacramento is back in nets for the Gales. Iona getting close to capitalizing as they try to cut the lead in half with half a minute to go on their season. Scramble in front, and it's held up by Patrick Conway. 18.6 to go. The last decade, the Catholic High School Hockey League was dominated by the St. Anthony's Friars. But for the most recent years, it's been all about this team here today, up by 2 goals. The Chaminade Flyers. C on the jersey represents the school, but here today, the C stands for champions. The highest of highs and the lowest of lows as one team goes home, reaching the mountaintop, while another takes a long journey back home in defeat. The Iona Preparatory Gales, with their passionate fans in the building, gather around the crease one last time as a band of brothers while the Chaminade Flyers make their way over to the glass, where they are met with roars of applause from their crazy fan base who made the trip here at the Caniac Park Ice Arena. The two teams will meet each other at center ice for the traditional handshake line as a hard-fought effort culminates with positive pleasantries and ultimate sportsmanship. And it'll begin with the two goaltenders shaking hands. And this never gets old. Blood, sweat, and tears. And after everything these two teams have been through, all the hits, all the close calls, all the scrums, the emotional moments, They meet each other at center ice for a sign of respect as the season concludes in the best way possible. In a few moments, the Chaminade Flyers will be met with the Holy Grail, the St. Patrick's Cup, as they leave being recognized as the Catholic High School Varsity Hockey League champions in the year of 2022. To the on-ice trophy presentation. There's the handshake. And there's the raise. Dominic Idavai takes it for his skates as each of his teammates will get a chance to raise it up high in front of their fans, their neighbors, their family members, and more. The team will come together for a picture with the trophy. The celebration will continue on during the week as the next mission for this powerful bunch is taking home the Catholic High School Varsity Hockey League State Championship, which will happen in the matter of weeks. And who knows, if they accomplish that, maybe, just maybe, they'll get to nationals as well. But that does it here for all of us at the Caniac Park Ice Arena. Mike Calandra, Vinny Matula, the president Mike Brown saying so long, good night, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon right here on the LI Sports Network.